Hello my friend, I hope this video finds you well. Today we're going to be taking a look at mixing rhythm, electric guitars. I know a lot of you guys started out on the guitar, as I did too, so I know just how important getting that killer tone into your mixes really is. So I want to share with you a really straightforward mix method utilizing just one single free plugin. That's a channel strip from Analog Obsession that's going to help us hone in on that all essential tone whilst also sculpting and creating a sound that's going to serve our mix. Let's dive straight in. Okay, so let's take a listen to our guitars in the mix. We've got two strats, hard left and hard right. Let's just solo those out. You know, I think this is such a great way to work because it really focuses your ears and your mind in on not only the tone and sound of the guitar, but also how it's serving the mix. And that's why it's so important when you are mixing your guitars to mix within the context of the mix and not solo them out. I know you guys are smart, you'll be able to get killer tones with your guitars, and everyone's got a bit of a nuance in how they like their guitars to sound. It's part of your expression. But if you're mixing that out in solo and not mixing them in the context of the mix, they can easily not actually be serving the mix too much. You might find it's taking up too much space in the low end. You might find it's actually sounding a bit harsh. You might find it's getting in the way of the vocals or the cymbals. That's why it's so important not to mix these guitars in solo. So let's bring in our channel strip, and I'm going to take you through the moves that I've made with this free plugin from Analog Obsession. I'm going to show you what I've done. Let's take a listen to it, and then we'll talk through why I made those decisions. So first off, here's the guitar within the mix without the plugin engaged, and let's bring it in. Back out. It almost like disappears. And now back in. So let's just talk through the moves on this channel strip that I've made. The first thing to think about is that electric guitars are mid-ranged instruments, so there's a lot down there in the low and in the high end, particularly in the context of the mix, that we can afford to filter out. So filters are going to be your best friend. Start off with a high pass filter somewhere around 100 Hz. Take things from there. I've dialed this into a very precise 187. Just a case of using your ears. If it's taken away too much from the tone of the guitar, then just pull it back a bit. But listen out and pay attention to that low end when you're bringing in your high pass filter, that you're bringing clarity to your kick, into your bass. And it's the same thing to think about when you're bringing in your low pass filters. Anywhere for around 7 to 10k you can be dialing back from. With this particular low pass filter, I actually bring in a much higher frequency and then use my ears to attenuate it back. I've also taken out half a dB or 0.3 dB at 100 Hz just to take out a little bit more of that low end. Let's just take a listen if I solo these out for a moment. So I've just notched out just a little, which... Hey, I'll be back with a video in just a moment. I just wanted to let you know about an awesome free gift I've got for you, a vocal EQ cheat sheet. Print it off or stick it on your desktop. It's going to be super handy next time you're mixing vocals. You can download that for free from below this video. And if you really want to take your mixes to the next level, I've got a bunch of premium courses and a 20% off discount coupon exclusively for you with coupon code YouTube20. Punch that in at checkout. You'll find the link to the courses below this video. Gives us some more space down there. Once again, channel strip off. You can hear everything's getting a bit muddy down there. And now we've carved down, create more space. Now we win and lose the guitar with the mid-range, anywhere from right down the low mids, from around 200 Hz up to around 2k. You're going to boost sweep around there, and you're going to find so many different tones. And around that mid-range is where the body and the soul of the guitar really is. So with this channel strip where we're making big, broad moves, we're going to find a frequency that we like, and we're just going to pull it out a little bit more. For me, it was around 1.3k, and I did around a 3 dB boost. Let me show you what that sounds like. Just isolate these out again. So it's a little bit almost quacky. But without that boost. And that's most evident within the mix. But here they almost disappear into the acoustics. And now they start to find their own space. And a boost here of 5 dB at around 6K. So around when we're looking for presence, talking like 2 to 6K, we're looking for clarity and pulling out a little bit more of that presence and attack from the electric guitar. You just got to watch for harshness around this frequency band. It can become a bit aggressive to the ears. Let me just show you what's happened here. So bring those back in the mix. Again, without. And with. Moving on to the bottom half here of this free plugin, this excellent channel strip from Analog Obsession. Dialed in a little bit of preamp saturation, just getting a little bit of harmonics out of that, just growing it up a bit, gluing it together. Also get a little bit of compression from that too. So what happens if we drive it really hard? But I tend to, just with the channel strip, just want a little taste, a little bit of flavour from that preamp input drive. And then with the compression, slow attack time, so you preserve those picky initial transients of the electric guitar, and a fast release time. You're looking for that needle to be moving musically in time with the music. I've got a 3:1 ratio, so I'm starting around there, and around 2 to 3 dB of gain reduction. So just enough to smooth out that dynamic range. Without and with. Don't forget to compensate your output so it matches your input, so not only are you keeping in line with your gain staging, but you're also making life easier for your ears, so you're not dealing with any volume imbalances. That's just going to help you A/B the changes that you make. So once again, within the context of the mix, let's take a listen to what we've done, and we'll take Frank CS back out again. Without. And with. Really big wins with one free plugin. That's why I love using channel strips, because we can work musically and we can get big mix wins. We can do a lot of the heavy lifting early on in the mix when our ears feel fresh. We can leave the detail to later on down the line. If you want to learn more about mixing with the channel strip, I've got an awesome free guide to unlock the power of the channel strip with some top insider tips on how to get the most out of your channel strip. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.